tulikuwa tuna sacrifice lunch zetu at least tupate time kupitia hesabu topic by topic. Asante sana, and I've been able to share namba yake hapo. In case umepata something any day, mzamtumia hapo ya maziwa ya Kajunia baby girl. Okay,
Alafu akumbuke kuapply leave, wasimfinyilie leave, atafute leave sasa after mtihani.
Already nimemaliza patani ni 5 days na kazi.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, ndaka for just 20 minutes tupitie tu government and civil service. Nilikuwa nafikiria maybe tutamaliza hesabu mapema ili tumalize, but anyway tupitie tu briefly, hatutamaliza yote.
So hakuna break?
Nasema 20 minutes, tunaenda 1:30. I've said 20 minutes. Break tumekuwa tu hapa 1.5 hours kidogo. Tupige hiyo tuende break till evening. Saa 8 itatupata hapa. Hata 1:30 tu. So ni 2023, nataka tupitie tu briefly, ikiwezekana tumalize section A, alafu tutamalizia baadaye in the evening, so that wengine wetu tuende to prepare kwa mambo zingine. Yeah, 2023 because 2021 sipati karibu iko tu hapa because of time. Ndio nimeweza kuona hapa wanauliza state 3 national symbols of the Republic of Kenya as espoused in Article 19 of the Constitution. Set 3 national symbols of the Republic of Kenya as espoused in Article 9 of the Constitution of Kenya. You have a national anthem, flag, coat of arm. Inafai kuwa coat. Inakwanga ni coat, ile coat ile coat ile coat ya yenye wengine watavaa next week. Sword of the President, coat of arms, public seal, currency. Yeah, so we have the national flag, national anthem, coat of arms. Then we have number 2, every worker has the right to fair labor practices. Name 4 such rights granted to a public servant by the Constitution. Every worker has the right to fair labor practices. Name 4 such right granted to the public servant by the Constitution. Tuko na right to fair remuneration, ama right to fair pay, right to reasonable working condition, right to join trade unions, right to strike. Any other apart from hizo nimeweza kumention, right to strike, right to health working environment. Yeah. Question 3. Identify 4 unethical acts that can be committed by a clerical officer in management of time in a public office. Identify 4 unethical acts that can be committed by a clerical officer in management of time in a public office. Lateness to work, misuse of working hours, Another one, absenteeism, falsification of time, not meeting deadline. Thank you. Thank you. Time theft, misuse of work hours, falsification of time records, unauthorized absence. Identify 4 roles of a supervisor in the performance appraisal process. Identify 4 roles of a supervisor in the performance appraisal process. Identify 4 roles of a supervisor in the performance appraisal process. Setting targets, giving guidelines, assigning task to the clerks, performance evaluation, signing fully filled appraisal forms. Thank you. We have supervisor clearly communicate expectation to the employees, provide employees with the tools, training, and information they need to succeed, offer regular, timely, and constructive feedback, performance management supervisor guide. State 2 powers of appointment which cover all public officers that Public Service Commission has delegated to the authorized officer. State 2 powers of appointment which covers all the public officer that Public Service Commission has delegated to the authorized officer. Promotion, confirmation in appointment, disciplinary. We go tunaenda mbio. Okay, hii indicate the answers hapo. Yeah, number 6, identify 4 procurement method that a state department may use for procurement of goods and services. Identify 4 procurement methods that a state department may use for procurement of goods and services. Open tendering, competitive bidding, restricted tendering, selective bidding, direct procurement, sole sourcing. Yeah, wengine wamesema aje? Sole sourcing, request for proposal, restricted tendering, sole sourcing, single sourcing, so tuko na open tendering and competitive bidding, tuko na restricted tendering ama selective bidding, direct procurement sole sourcing, request for quotation RFO or request for proposal RFP. Yeah, then kuna state 3 document that a public officer is required to submit while surrendering an imprest. 3 documents that a public officer is required to submit while surrendering imprest. Tuko na imprest surrender form, receipt fill form, kuna vouchers. Apart from receipt, kuna vouchers, imprest surrender form, supporting invoice and receipt, imprest statement or reconciliation report. Number 8, state 3 ways in which clerical officer deployed in a registry can ensure security can ensure state 3 ways in which a clerical officer deployed in a registry can ensure security of official document. Hapa kuna problem kidogo. State 3 ways in which a clerical officer deployed in the registry can ensure security of official documents. We have implement access control, restrict access to the registry to authorized personnel only, maintain a register or logbook, keep a detailed register or logbook to record the movement of documents. Then we have hapa implement document classification and handling procedures. Yeah, classify document based on the sensitivity or confidentiality level. Use a systematic approach such as labeling documents with different security levels or categories. Under it pia kuna train staffs on proper document handling procedures, emphasizing the importance of maintaining confidentiality. Other answers before tuende number 9, regular backup password. Yeah. Go to number 9. List 4 reimbursable allowance that a public officer may be entitled to in the course of duty. Kuna travel allowance, subsistence allowance, housing allowance, special duty allowance. Any other travel allowance, mileage allowance, commuter sio commuter huwa wanapata ama commuter allowance. Commuter and travel is the same ama leave allowance, leave allowance also. Kuna maternity leave allowance ama hiyo kunanga? Wakianza kutoa hiyo leave, wakianza kupeana maternity and paternity allowance, hey, utaona Wakenya wakijaza hii Kenya. Number 10, list 3 ways in which a public officer may demonstrate political neutrality in the course of duty. A public officer anaweza maintain aje political neutrality in the course of duty? Not engaging in politics in public. Another one also serving all people from all political divide. Not talk about politics. Yeah. Tuone panasema aje. Non-party partnership, partisanship, equal treatment, avoid public political statement. Avoid public political statement. We go to number 11. Identify 3 institutions that has been established to safeguard and promote human rights in Kenya. Identify 3 institutions that has been established to safeguard and promote human rights in Kenya. KNHREC, Kenya National Human Rights and Equality Commission. Kenya National Human Rights. Wanataka 3. Ingine ni we have court. Tuko na judiciary. Tuseme tu judiciary. Kuna Kenya Human Rights Commission, Office of Ombudsman. Tulisema anaitwa Charles somebody. Charles Zonalo ama Charles somebody hapo. I don't remember the second name. Ndio the chairperson of Office of Ombudsman. Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, the Commission of Administrative Justice, hiyo ndio inaitwa Office of the Ombudsman. the Commission on Administrative Justice, the Commission of Administrative Justice, the Kenya Human Rights Commission, the same na hii hapa. So tutaweka hapo judiciary also inafight pia human rights, ina safeguard and promote human rights in Kenya. Number 12, set 3 measures that a government department may take to ensure that clerical officer uphold good governance. We have code of conduct and ethics, training and capacity building, internal monitoring and oversight. Zingine apart from hizo nimemention 3, we have training and capacity building, internal monitoring and oversight, code of conduct and ethics. Kuna zingine apart from the 3? Okay. I still see we still have like 9 minutes. Nataka tutoke hapa exactly 1:30. Yeah. Outline 5 ways in which public sector organization may compile with the requirement of public participation. Outline 5 ways in which a public sector organization may compile with the requirement of public participation.
Comply.
Comply. Public participation is a fundamental aspect of democratic governance, and public sector organizations in Kenya are required to comply with the requirements of public participation. Here are 5 ways in which public sector organizations in Kenya may achieve this. You have public consultations. Organize public consultation or forums where members of the public are invited to provide input on matters that affect them. Stakeholder engagement. Identify and engage stakeholders, including community leaders, NGOs, and other interested parties. Informal information dissemination. Ensure transparency by providing accessible and understandable information to the public about proposed policies, projects, or decisions. Public notices and invitation. Issue public notices and invitation to inform the public about upcoming events or decision-making processes. Use of technology. Inclusive decision-making committee, feedback mechanism, education and awareness program, documentation of public input, incorporating public input. Is there any other involving decision making? Organize public baraza. Hiyo nimeona Sophie amesema hivyo. Alafu there is also another question hapa. Explain 5 roles of the Kenya National Archives in record management. Explain 5 roles of the Kenya National Archive in records management. Kama gani? Storing of documents. Another one.
They also issue directives on the destruction of records after appraisal.
Okay. They also preserve national records, store of documents. Thank you. Preservation of national heritage. The Kenya National Archives is responsible for preserving and safeguarding valuable national records, documents, and artifacts that represent the cultural and historical heritage of Kenya. Appraisal and selection of records. The archives assist in the appraisal and selection of records generated by government agency, and other organizations. These involve determining which records have enduring value and should be preserved for historical, legal, or administrative purposes. Record storage and management, access and retrieval services, record conservation and restoration, training and capacity building, development of record management standards. There are so many: implementation of record disposal policies, promotion of public awareness, collaboration with government agencies. The archives collaborate with various government agencies to ensure proper management of records. We go to 14A. Explain 5 ways in which a clerical officer may demonstrate integrity in course of his or her duty. Explain 5 ways in which a clerical officer may demonstrate integrity in course of his or her duty. Ni kama gani? Being truthful, confidentiality in client's information. Another one, honesty, being accountable. We have truthfulness and honesty, confidentiality, ethical decision-making, accountability, impartiality and fairness, conflict of interest management, compliance with policies and regulation, professionalism, avoiding fraud and corruption, continuous learning and improvement. Demonstrate a commitment to personal and professional development. Stay informed about changes in law, regulation, and best practices. We go to B. Explain 5 conditions that a public officer should fulfill to be eligible for pension benefits. Years of service, age of retirement, contribution to pension scheme, exit from public service, medical examination. They are asking, explain 5 conditions that a public officer should fulfill to be eligible for pension benefit. Anafaa fulfill nini for him to be eligible for pension benefit? Years of serving. Years of serving inamaanisha there is a required years anafaa serve kwa hiyo ministry for yeye aweze kubenefit from pension. Hapa naona anasema at least 10 years to 15 years. Age of retirement, tulisema age of retirement ni 60 years, but kuna vile unaweza go for early retirement from age 50. From age 50 unaweza enda uende for age early retirement. Contribution to pension scheme also, lazima uwe una contribute for you to benefit. Exit from public service. Eligibility for pension benefit is often tied to the formal exit from the public service. Public officer may need to retire, resign, or otherwise leave the public office in accordance with established procedure to trigger the eligibility for pension benefit. Then kuna medical examination with a government doctor. Si Daktari Waiganjo. Yeah, then number 15, a public officer performed poorly during last year performance evaluation. Highlight 6 factors which may have contributed to the poor performance. 6 factors that may have contributed to the poor performance ya huyu public officer. Inadequate resources, lack of training. Another one, job mismatch, lack of resources. Another one, being unprofessional also, unclear performance targets, poor working condition. All these can contribute to poor performance with this clerical officer. Let's see, inadequate training and development, unclear job expectation, insufficient resources, ineffective leadership and supervision, workplace environment and culture, personal issues or stress. Then tukipata time tutamalizia hiyo 15B na 16. Na 16 because vile nimesema tunafaa tunamaliza before 1:30 and 1:30 inakaribia hapo, so let us meet in the evening from between, acha niweke 5